Sports College Football. I'm Chris Fowler, joined by Kirk Herbstreit. The playoff is here, and let's not wait any longer. Let's get this going. The kickoff team is out there, and here we go. The college football playoff about to get underway. Offense begins at the 40 after that penalty.
On the double. Pound 55 weak.
From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. Slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss.
Man, every defensive coordinator will tell you, I just want my guys to play fast. And how about that one right there? He almost ends up tackling the quarterback as he's handing the ball off. This offense is lucky they didn't end up fumbling.
Running play goes backwards, makes it 2nd down and 12 now. To throw, it's Brown. Looking for his big tight end. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Wow, how about the defense here? On the road in a playoff game, you step up and come up with an interception on the first drive. You're an underdog. It's a big stage. All odds are against you. And you start off the opening drive as a defense with an interception, and you bring your quarterback out now with some confidence, believing that they can win this game.
Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. Grab down the middle. It's Klein. Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch.
Great execution on the RPO. Quarterback does a nice job as he's putting the ball into the belly of the back, making sure to read his key. This defense was determined. They came up to stop the run. Quarterback saw it, pulled it out, hit the quick slant right behind it for some great yards.
And the Wolverines with 1st and 10 here. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Sideline route, but he's out of bounds before the first down marker.
Chris, it's so much fun to watch the athleticism at the wide receiver position nowadays. The ability to make plays on the outside is extraordinary. And they bring a certain toughness, too, that catches my eye.
They'll run it to the right side. They finally corral him at the 1.
And that's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. Don't forget, good blocking up front by the big fellas. And this running back, he just seems to have a nose for that first down marker. A few more runs like this, and he's going to be getting into a rhythm for sure.
First and goal, they'll try to run it in. Touchdown, Michigan, as they claim the lead here in this playoff game.
Well, that's an example right there of what vision and patience and ability can do for a running back. He was on a mission to get into the end zone, and really, he made it look easy.
Now the try here for the extra point. PAT makes it 7-0. Got momentum and scored that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Looking downfield, it's Brown. Catch made on the out route. He brings him down, but he makes the 40-yard line. That's a solid gain.
Well, it's so easy to get caught up in the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
That is called gap integrity. Nice job by this defense of taking away that inside run and then using their speed as the back tried to bounce that to the outside. There's just no room to run.
Running play goes backwards. Now the offense is set up at 2nd and 13. Snags the quick throw. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
Love to see the short passing game as a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable and allows you to see how the defense is reacting. That can open up for other things later on.
Pass tipped to the line of scrimmage, and that's a great play by the defense.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this 3rd down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, boy, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw on this play.
Here comes the opening play of the drive. It begins from the 33. Handoff to the back. He's wrapped up nicely there by the freshman.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held him just for 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
He escapes the pocket. Nobody open downfield. He just throws it away.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, just throw the ball away, see what happens on this next down.
And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. It's a wide receiver screen. They keep the drive going. It's a first out of the 46.
You know, this is what makes this receiver so dangerous. If you play him in man, he can run by you for a big play. You decide to sit back in zone, and he's got the savvy and instincts to be able to find that soft spot in the zone, make a catch, and be dangerous after the catch as well.
He keeps it on a design run.
These quarterbacks today in the college game are so athletic. They can beat you with their arm, obviously. But just when you think you have them figured out, they tuck the ball and go. I'd expect this defense to put in a spy to keep this quarterback from running.
Here's the 2nd down play. Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. Grab near the sticks. It's McCulley. And the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the first down. Hold on here a second. The replay booth has signaled they want to take another look at this one. Well, they took a look just to confirm it, but it looks like they got it right on the field. After the review, the play will stand. The Wolverines looking to keep this drive rolling. It's a run. Running back's got it. And it'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
That was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
2nd down, we're going to throw it. Pressure is coming. And he'll just get rid of it.
Man, I like this play. Not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. Short connection to the tight end here. Finally, they get him. A great tackle by the cornerback. Not easy with that size difference. So here on fourth down, out comes the field goal team. This will be an attempt from 52 yards. Let's see if he's got the distance. The kick is good. He knocked it right down the middle. And they add to their lead.
Boy, this guy has such a strong leg. No problem. Up into the net from 50 plus.
And the kickoff will bounce right through the end zone for a touchback. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. To throw, it's Brown. Caught over the middle. It's Moulton. They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 39. And as we flip the field and begin quarter number 2, we'll see if they can continue to build this lead. So here we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. And the sophomore, a little bit too much air into that throw.
Boy, this defense has been incredible all year long, and they continue to be that way in the postseason. Just getting after this offense, whether it's putting pressure on the quarterback, great coverage downfield. Right now, they are dominating this game.
The back's got it. Powers through. They get him down, but he crosses midfield, spot the ball at the 44.
You know, a lot of people feel running backs with elite speed shy away from contact, but that wasn't the case there. Instead of running around the defender, this back elected to run right through him.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Makes the grab. It's Phillips. And the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards. I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
Second down play coming up. He hands it off from the gun. The Hawkeyes look to keep this drive moving.
A good push up front here in this back. I tell you, he's got some outstanding vision to be able to find those creases, to be able to get positive yards, and here he gets the first down.
This offense trying to get going has put together a positive drive here in the second quarter. Looking downfield, it's Brown. Grab down the middle, it's Moulton. Defense surrounds him, just a short gain on that completion.
That's what I love about this guy. He has the ability to sneak out of the backfield. The quarterback's able to find him open, checks it down for a nice gain.
Now it's second down here. Wants to throw it. The pocket breaking down. Oh, the pass rush gets home.
Just outstanding combination of quickness and strength here by this Michigan defensive lineman. Makes me think of Aiden Hutchinson, who, of course, played here recently. Going back to guys like Rashawn Gary, Lamar Woodley, Frank Clark. Great tradition of Michigan defensive linemen on full display right now.
Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Nice throw, caught for a completion. And the defense grabs it after the completion. He's just short of a first down.
Chris, great effort here by this defense to keep him short of the first down. Now they've got a tough decision to make here on this 4th down and short.
It's 4th down, but no punting team. The offense is going to go for it. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. It's complete. That's enough for a first down. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
Well, it's always a gamble to go for it on fourth down. We were already in field goal range, but it looks like they won't rehash this decision when it's all said and done. That's a first down.
From inside the red zone, they're looking to throw. The tight end has got it, and he's brought down after a big first down gain. It's second and short. Maybe an opportunity, Kirk, to take a shot here.
That's a good job here, staying ahead of the chains. Good pickup here on first down. The quarterback hits the safety valve that time, the big tight end. That'll bring up a second and manageable here for this offense.
And he goes nowhere. Stop pull behind the line of scrimmage.
Tell you, this defense continues to just be physical at the line of scrimmage. Offense can't do anything on the ground, and by doing that, this defense is allowing their defensive front to get pressure on the quarterback. Every time they drop back to throw, they become a one-dimensional offense.
Crucial. Third down coming up in the red zone. Can they keep the drive going, or will they have to settle for 3? But it's incomplete. They miss an opportunity, and now it's fourth down.
Well, they take a shot into the end zone on third down. They come up empty, but a reasonable field goal attempt now if they want to take it.
So they'll pass up the chip shot field goal attempt and go for it on fourth down. Scanning the field, it's Brown. But it's incomplete. The defense makes a fourth down stop.
Oh, my gosh, a drop pass here on this fourth down play. Everything was perfect. The execution is there. The route is nice. The ball is on the money. All he has to do is catch it, and it's a first down, and he drops it.
Now here he goes across midfield. They finally bring him down, but what an explosive play that time.
Man, now that is a running back's dream. I don't think the guy got touched until he got taken to the ground. It's just excellent blocking. There's nobody he had to make miss or use his stiff arm. Just a lot of open field.
See what the call is on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Running out of time in the pocket. Makes a quick grab. They bring him down quickly, a short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker. And a player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. A completion makes it second down. Here's a quick throw off the play fake. And he picks up the first down before they get him to the ground.
Yeah, you know this defense has got to be frustrated after giving up multiple conversions now on first downs. There's another one. But for the offense, man, they're just playing very efficiently right now.
A pop pass on the jet sweep. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
Play fake, looking to throw. Throws to the tight end. Touchdown, Wolverines. They cap the drive with 6 points.
I mean, body blow after body blow. It just cannot get any worse for this defense. The offense, once again, driving the ball down the field, puts the ball into the end zone for another touchdown.
Here's the point after attempt. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. And he fields it inside the 15. He'll be tackled at the 27. That's where the drive will start. So they'll start this drive here with less than a minute remaining on the first half clock. To the air, it's Brown. Going for a big play downfield. That deep shot is caught for a big gain. They bring him down, but not before an explosive play through this offense through the air.
What a huge play for this offense as this half is coming to a close. Here's where you've got to get a little greedy, because what seemed like a drive where you're happy to maybe come up with 3 points, now you got a real shot to maybe put the ball in the end zone.
So this offense is threatening now. Ball inside the 40 after that explosive play. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. It's a quick grab. They stop him at the 22. This offense in great scoring position now. The timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. It's a 1st and 10 play coming up for the offense. And he drops back in the gun. Taking a shot deep toward the end zone. Downfield shot falls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
The defense has got to do a better job of communicating. That is a wide-open receiver. They catch a break by an errant throw by the quarterback.
Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Looking for his big tight end. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. Bring him down short of the goal line, but it's 1st and goal from the 2. The offense will call a timeout. That's their 2nd of the half. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half.
Let's go.
Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. And it's intercepted right near the goal line. Across midfield. Inside the 30. At the 10. Touchdown, Michigan. A defensive score in this playoff game. Wow.
Chris, with another touchdown, this first half could not have gone any better for this offense and this team, building up such a big lead. And on the other side, oh my gosh, now you really start to see who's got some fight, who's a competitor, because you got a big hole to be able to climb out of.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead.
Michigan 24, Iowa 0.
So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee, and they'll bring the football to the 25-yard line. Looks like the final play of the half coming up. And now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here. The offense set up to run one final play before halftime. Let's see if they can make something happen here. Keep it on the ground. There's a handoff. 1st down, looking for more now. And he'll be brought down, and that will wrap up the first half of play. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. Hawkeyes will kick this away to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Morgan. And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. Out there to start a new drive from the 21. And they'll start the third quarter here on the ground. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
Second down after that previous play. Caught over the middle. It's Simpson. He's brought down, but an explosive play through the air.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
To the ball placed right at midfield as the offense starts with a 1st and 10. Again, thrown out of the RPO, and it's complete.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
Brings up 2nd down.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. Gonna run it. It's Haynes. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Moving the receiver around pre-snap. They'll try to run for the 1st down. And they get the conversion there. 1st down now from the 33.
Well, much like what we saw in the first half, Chris, in this playoff game, no adjustments. Go right back to giving this running back the football. He's had a monster day and continues to get positive yards.
The Wolverines are moving quickly down the field. Handoff in a single back formation. Pickup is 5 yards, so it's 2nd down and 5.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half, and he's already at it again.
Caught near the sticks. It's Marshall. They bring him down, but that's enough to move this offense into the red zone with a 1st down to 17. And the Wolverines line up on 1st and 10 now. And here's the handoff. Solid gain there. Sets up a 1st and goal at the 7.
Well, you keep getting these chunk runs by this offense. They keep moving the chains and putting a lot of pressure on this defense, especially on a long drive like this. This defense looks clearly worn down.
The Wolverines line up with a 1st and goal. Keep it on the ground on 1st and goal. And the defense wraps him up. Second down and goal. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Here's the handoff, testing the middle.
Nice job by this defense on that 2nd down, so we now have 3rd down and goal. The offense could be thinking about a 4-down situation. They need to put the ball into the end zone. They don't want to settle for a field goal here.
Trying to throw for it on 3rd and goal. And now the ball comes out. A disastrous play from the start. The defense scoops it up. The 50. Inside the 40. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Hawkeyes. 6 points for the defense in this playoff game. What a moment.
Oh, it's your worst nightmare if you're a quarterback. They bring the blitz. He doesn't recognize it. Ball goes on the ground. Defense does a job of picking this thing up. That's exactly what they hope for. Catch the quarterback off guard. It works out. It gets them a touchdown.
So the challenge doesn't work. That'll cost the head coach a timeout. We'll see if that comes into play later in the ballgame. Now they'll go for a 2-point conversion. Looking to throw. It's Brown. Bringing pressure. Tight end makes the grab. And they'll get him down that time. Formation would indicate they're going to try the onside kick here. On the hands team does their job and secures the recovery. offense is back on the field. On the run, it's Marshall.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Here we go. Do the show. Quick.
Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Throwing off play action. Moves out of the pocket. Trying to create outside the pocket, but they got him for a sack.
Well, the offense tries to go with a play action to slow this defense down, but they weren't buying it. They applied the pressure and came up with a sack.
So here comes third and long. Giving up that sack has made this a real challenge for the offense. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Inside the 30. He's in the clear. Touchdown, Wolverines. And the route is on.
What a long run for the touchdown. I don't know if this defense was caught sleeping or walking in mud. I can't pick which one. Maybe it's both, because the running back just went right by them so easily for the big game and a big-time score.
And they tack on the extra point. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. We'll start from the 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Back to throw. It's Brown. Pulls it in. It's Moulton. They bring him down, but the drive has now reached the 35. The Hawkeyes will hustle to the line to crank the tempo.
Finally, good for them. They come up with a big play like this. Let's face it, offense has been at a premium for these guys. You wonder where...
The ball is loose in the backfield. The ball rolls out of bounds. It'll end up being a short gain, but no first down. That O-line has to regroup now. It's 2nd and 12. Off play action, he's looking to throw. Looking to scramble. Gets rid of it on the move. Breaks loose at the 45. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play. Well, this defense has played well with a letdown there. A little too comfortable with this big lead at the moment, maybe.
Yeah, and what I'd love to see is this offense is not giving up. This game has not gone the way they had hoped, but here they are taking a few swings late in this game. This one ends up working out, and now let's see if they can put another play or two together and get the points on the board.
Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Second down play coming up for this offense. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. On the move now. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up third down.
Boy, this defensive plan has been masterful today for this defensive coordinator. Good job of attacking the quarterback, whether he's inside the pocket, chasing him to the outside. And on the back end, they are locked into tight coverage.
And he throws his third interception of the day. Tackle made on the return, but the takeaway sets up the offense at the 37 now.
Boy, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
And now the first play of this drive, they're set up at the 37. Takes the handoff. It's Haynes.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with, defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
And the tailback's got it again. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing.
Man, I've gotten so conditioned here now that we're in the fourth quarter to see this guy get the football, just get more positive yards. Finally this afternoon, the defense steps up, says enough is enough, and they come up with a nice tackle.
You'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Chris, an interesting call here. I know they have the lead, but I thought they might throw the football. They surprised me, but you know who they didn't surprise? That defense. They were not shocked at all by the run call on 3rd down and long. They stuffed that right at the line of scrimmage.
And we'll see what he can do on the return. And the returner brought down by that coverage team. Set up at the 26 for the first play of this drive. Back to pass. It's Brown. A deep shot to the left side. And it's hauled in way downfield. All the way to the end zone. What a run. Touchdown, Iowa.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
Extra point is good, but they still trail 31-13. I believe they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. Kicking team makes the recovery. Well executed onside kick.
Well, how about that? Man, you don't see that happen hardly ever with an onside kick coming up exactly the way it is drawn. Great execution on this one. Let's see what they can do with this extra.
Looking for a man deep down the left side. It's incomplete. He was lucky to avoid a 4th interception in this game. 2nd down now.
They fail to connect downfield again, and time is a major factor now here in the 4th quarter with the deficit being this big. Just not much working for this offense today.
He's running out of time here. Grab behind the line. It's Moulton. And the defense swarms not much of a gain on that completion. And the Hawkeyes come to the line in the hurry-up. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Caught near the sticks. It's Phillips. He's taken down, but that's a nice gain. They'll spot the ball now at the 35. The Hawkeyes getting set on 1st and 10.
Good job by this offensive line, and a great throw by the quarterback to get that 1st down there on 3rd down. It's exactly what they needed to do. This is too big of a game.
Wow, that is interception number 4 today for this QB.
Oh, you feel terrible for this quarterback. He's played well all year. He's trying to make a play, trying to force it into coverage because they need points at this point in the game to try to advance into the next round of the playoffs. Puts it into coverage, and that's probably going to do it.
They start with an RPO. Quick pass to the right. He's brought down quickly. A short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker. It's the 2-minute timeout as the offense continues to try to work the clock and secure an impressive victory here today. What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? Caught behind the line. It's Simpson. After 2nd effort, he's brought down, but is past the marker.
Well, defending this guy, you need more than one defender. You really got to stress rallying to the football because this guy can make people miss.
Leaning on the run game here late.
Yeah, I like this call here late in the game like this with the lead. Nothing too fancy, just right up the middle. Trust that offensive line and this running back and just keep working that clock.
Important second down play coming up. And he's got it again.
My gosh, this offensive line's got to do a better job of blocking. The defense was zeroed in on the ball carrier and absolutely nowhere to go for the offense.
Offense gets set up here. It's third down. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. It'll be enough for a first down, brought down at the 43.
Tackle is made at the 43. And that's a first down for the offense.
Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues to win football games. But you and I have been around this team all year long. So impressed with the emotions and how they're able to contain themselves, stay focused on the task at hand. They did that again today. They advance. Cannot wait to watch and see what they can do next week.
And that's going to wrap it up. The loser starts the offseason. The winner moves on. And so do we. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler. And this has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.